Games, Brains Are Banging Life here with 10 things about classic Sonic games. Now, what we define as classic are the 2D games, basically. So the early Sega Mega Drive, Sega Master System, Sega Genesis, the other name for the Mega Drive. These are the games we're talking about. So we're referencing Sonic 1, 2, 3, Sonic and Knuckles, Sonic Spinball, Sonic CD. Now, I know later on there were more 2D Sonic games, like Sonic 4. But they're still modern games, so I'm not counting them in this. And obviously, when we got to the Sega Saturn, well, it wasn't an official game in the Sega Saturn. It was like Sonic R, but that was a 3D racing game. And then obviously the Dreamcast, we went fully 3D. So it made sense just to stick to the past. So of course, we're doing 10 things we love about that classic series. And of course, we'll have 10 things we hate as well. Get us started then, Damon, on 10 things we love.
Well, I reckon we're going to have a lot of duplicates here. But I mean, got to start off with probably one of the others one, the music.
Oh, of course.
I mean, Sonic music and obviously Sega music. It's just pure classic.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, every zone's got its different music. Yeah, and it's a sort of music that when you hear it, even if you're 10 or you're 30, it still brings you back to the first time you ever played it.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Yeah, you're right. Across all those games, everything from Sonic 1, 2, 3. I don't remember Sonic Knuckles as well, but like Sonic Spinball, I'll always hear that first level music in my fucking head. Absolutely. It's iconic music. Everybody can hum the Emerald, what's called Green Hill Zone music. And there's later levels like Casino Night Zone and stuff like that. But do you have a preference of which game soundtrack you like the most?
Well, I mean, I'd have to go for probably one of my favourite levels, and that would be Casino Night.
Of course.
So, you know, I mean, just the music throughout that entire three-part area.
Yep.
That's my favourite part, yeah.
Yeah, so I think Sonic 2 overall, to me, has the strongest music, you know, certain levels on that. Now, I obviously had the music as well, but I also have a separate one that I'm going to do now as well. And it is a specific track, a specific piece of music in a specific level that I think is the best piece of Sonic music ever. And it comes at the end of Sonic 2, and it is a Wing Fortress Zone, which is the flying ship, the egg carrier that Dr. Robotnik, Dr. Eggman, is flying in. The level is hard. There's a lot of ways to die and drop to your death, but the music in that is so epic. I love it. Absolutely love it.
Yeah, definitely.
Right, go on. What's your second one?
Again, probably a quite obvious one, but the colours. It's just such a beautiful game. You know, I mean, it's so colourful, and it just stands out. You know, literally, it's one of those games. I mean, like you can talk about like the Mario's too, but it's like one of those games which is just you turn it on and it's so bright and colourful.
Yep.
You know?
Do you think when they were going for the kind of colour design for the Sonic games, that they looked at the Mario games, which are colourful, but I think a little flatter, whereas Sonic's is quite vibrant?
Yeah, definitely.
I think they knew that.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
because it is of these early games hold up now. Like you could go back happily and put on a Mega Drive if you wanted to, and Sonic looks as good as it now as it did then. Yeah, I agree. Right, my next one is the jump. And it's the jump between Sonic 1 and Sonic 2. The Sonic 2 came out very quickly after Sonic 1 to try and kind of cash in on the success of Sonic 1. So you would think that could have been a rushed game, but it's not. It's fucking better. It's a huge jump. And the inclusion of certain things that they added, like the spin dash, more levels, the feeling that it was bigger, like larger, like the fact that you go into space on the egg carrier, you fight Metal Sonic, you fight that giant versus Robotnik. The jump in class between Sonic 1 and Sonic 2, I think, is excellent.
Yeah, it's quite crazy how you play Sonic 1 and you haven't got the spin dash.
I know.
And then, so it's like how do you play Sonic without a spin dash? It's just like how.
It's almost like you'd go back and play the original game and try and do it and be like, wait, is something broken?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've tried
it's crazy. Yeah. Go on then.
For me, it's the little bonus levels. You know,
Okay.
obviously from number 1 to number 2, where obviously you collect in the gems, like your 100 coins or your 50 coins. You know, there's the ones where you're like in like a little maze and it's spinning around.
Yeah.
Or the one where you got to hit all the red balls or the blue balls. Sorry, the blue balls. Avoid the red
Sonic
ones.
3. Yeah. Good shout.
Yeah, I mean, it's each game has got a different mini series to get the gems, and it's quite impressive. Like, it's basically a game within a game.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And it's not something you need to do because it's to get the emeralds. So if you don't do it, no harm, no foul, that kind of thing. I have it, but I focused on one. So I focused on the original game's emerald stages, which is the maze you're talking about, the really trippy maze, and you've got to move and stuff like that. That's my favorite one. Because Sonic 2, we'll get to that in a hate video. Sonic 2's one with running down the track. And Sonic 3's one, now you brought it up, really interesting one, but gets so fucking hard. Where you've got like a specific ball in the center of, it's really difficult. And if you mess up, like moving, you can screw yourself up very hard.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, we doubled up. Go again.
Well, this will be in the hate too, but the 2-player mode.
Okay.
It wasn't exactly great, but it added to the game. You know, it gave you something like it gave you a different what's the word? A different dimension. You know?
We played it.
Yeah.
We played it as youngsters. The racing in Sonic 2. And when I think of the multiplayer, do you think of a specific level? Because I always think of the casino level.
Yeah, casino level.
Yeah. It's got its negatives, but it certainly can't be said it wasn't fun and a nice an extra thing, as it were.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Well, I didn't have it, but I'm going to now just mention a game overall. A game I didn't like as a kid, but going back and playing as an adult on the mobile version, I found that I have a lot of love for. Sonic Spinball, the pinball version of Sonic the Hedgehog. Now, as a kid, I could remember, I never made it past the second level. As an adult, I can't make it past the third level because it's fucking hard. But it's surprisingly fun, surprisingly addictive, clever little elements that take it out of the pinball world and into a more defined Sonic game. It can be a bit cheap. There's areas where it's like, I think it's the second level where you can die almost immediately just by going down the wrong tube, which isn't great for a pinball game, but different, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't have it, but I, I have it. I mean, Spinball. It was again, it's one of the games which I really enjoy playing, but it's such a difficult game.
It
Yeah,
such
it's really
is.
hard. And just the constant sound of hearing, especially in the first level where you near the edge and you hear the little warning sign as the dragon tries to grab you and like, but it's just
Yeah,
but,
wow.
yeah. I mean, but like I said, as a kid, never completed it. As an adult, never completed it.
Same,
So
same. It's never good. I don't think I ever will.
no,
'Cause I'm
no,
not
no.
getting better at games at this age. I'm getting worse.
Exactly. Mm.
All right, cool. Back to Sonic 2. I just want to give a shout out. And one of the things I love is Sonic 2 has my favorite boss, which is the final boss of Sonic 2, which is in space and you fight Robotnik inside the giant body of himself. That has been and always will be my favorite Sonic boss. I think it is so epic and iconic and cool. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, the bosses overall are really interesting, So
Variety, man.
yeah.
Variety.
Let me have a look. Let me think. What I have. Well, I mean, the characters.
Okay.
Obviously, from the first one, obviously you just Sonic. Then obviously then you introduce Tails and Knuckles. I mean, I don't particularly like Knuckles as a character, but Tails is fun. I mean, the flying, and obviously if you're playing a two-player, you can both play as Tails and Sonic, and it was again another good added to the game, though.
Building up the character base as the games went on, certainly no bad idea. Later on, games would get crazy with that. Like crazy with that. Look at Sonic Adventure and Big the Cat. Who the fuck wants to play as Big the Cat?
Yeah.
But yeah, I share your feelings. I never liked Knuckles. I think Knuckles works best in 3D games of all things, And you've heard it first here. Damon is praising Tails. That one, yeah.
Only during the two-player modes, where you can both control both characters at the same time.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay, the mobile remasters. One of the things I love is the mobile remasters of Sonic 1 and 2, which you can obviously download for free on mobile, play with ads and Segas, or pay for it up front. These were created originally by Christian Whitehead, who had done Sonic 1 kind of off his own back. Sega was so impressed, they brought him in to do Sonic 2. In a flashback, I talked at length about the fact that he included Hidden Palace Zone in Sonic 2, which was originally supposed to be in Sonic 2 back in the day, but got cut short because of time constraints. If you're going to play Sonic games, play them on the... I know it sounds crazy. Play the mobile versions. They're the best version, because he even went back and included the spin dash in Sonic 1, which massively improves the game. They're the best versions of the game.
Yeah, I agree. I've got them on my phone, and they're really good, So it's fun to be able to be out wherever I want to be and play Sonic and fun. So
absolutely.
Next one, I suppose, will be. I mean, the fact that you can be Supersonic.
Yep.
I mean, it doesn't last very long, and it's probably overpowered, I'd say, but it's a great moment, So.
It's overpowered, except you have to work your ass off to get it. You have to have all the emeralds. So you only really get to be Supersonic in the end game of it.
In the end, yeah.
I have it as well, because when Sonic 2 introduced Supersonic and he goes yellow and you're like, boof, flying off. However, I've got one overriding memory of playing Supersonic, which is always getting it around about Wing Fortress Zone. And Supersonic in Wing Fortress Zone is useless because he can die by falling.
Yep.
Yeah, I have it as well. Go on then. What's your second last one?
Okay, so what else I got? I mean, this one could be. I mean, it's hard to say anything negative about the game, but this could be a positive and a negative. But obviously, I mean, for the kids, I suppose, but saving the animals. I mean, as sad as it is, but it was always fun to. Obviously, beat the bad guy, save the animals.
Yeah, you're right. It's a cute little touch. That was the point. Robotnik putting the animals in the machines. You'd get to the end of the level and you'd smash open the, I don't know, the egg thing, and they'd come running out. It was point, like, it's weird. We never really thought about it at the time, but that was for points. And you never really thought about points being a thing back in the day, even though obviously it was a major component of the game. Yeah. Yep. Damon likes cute animals. Right, here's an easy one. My second last one. When you think of iconic levels of iconic games, when it comes to Mario, what do you picture when you think of, like, someone says to you, name me an iconic Mario level? What do you think of?
Oh, bloody hell. Well, I mean, there's so many. But I could just go for the one first in my head is probably Bowser's Castle.
There you go. There you go. Sorry. Exactly that. Bowser's Castle. Say the very first level in Super Mario World and stuff like that. When people say to you, what is an iconic Sonic level, what comes to mind?
Well, I mean, it'll be the first area. It'll be Green Zone.
It will be Green Hill Zone. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Green Hill Zone is so famous. I think even people that have never played Sonic know it. Like that's incredible. I love that. So yeah.
My last one is, again, I could add this to the negative if I could word it properly. But when being underwater and your 5 seconds come up, although as scary as it is, it's also quite exciting. It's like, shit, I've got to hurry up. So it's a negative and a positive. It's like really cool. And I mean, there's one specific level, level 2. I think it's actually the second zone, where it's literally you're pretty much based underwater the entire game, pretty much. Yeah. And it's fun, but it's also like, oh, I'm gonna die again. Here comes the 5 seconds.
I love it. I agree. It's famously one of the more horrible parts of the Sonic games, but also you know it. You remember it. You laugh and you smile and go, yeah, that's quite that. Dun, 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 noise is brilliant. You're right. My last one is another game. Now, this is always a fascinating story for me, is I didn't play this Sonic game, until about 4 or 5 years ago, because it was released on the Sega CD, which was not a console or the add-on that we ever had for the Mega Drive. So we never played this game. It got released on mobile, Christian Whitehead again, Sonic CD. I eventually got around to playing it, and I think it's the second best Sonic game ever made. Sonic 2 is the best. Sonic CD is the second best. The introduction of the time travel element. So you would go through the same levels, but set during different periods. So you'd go for a portal and it'd be the same level and it'd be futuristic or olden days. Brilliant, genius, really clever. It's available on mobile. Again, it's part of the Christian Whitehead stuff. So been remastered like Sonic 1 and Sonic 2. Check out Sonic CD if you've never played it. I didn't. Was like, am I really going to go back and play an old Sonic game? Decided to, and ended up thinking it was one of the best Sonic games ever made.
Never heard of it. That's the first time I've heard of it.
You've got to check it out. You've got to check it out. Sonic CD. Just check your app store. You'll see it.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
There you go. 10 things we love about classic Sonic games. Let us know some of yours in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. You can check us out on gbhbl.com, as well as on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and Tumblr. Go to Patreon and help us out over there. That's patreon.com/GBHBL, as well as Big Cartel, where you can find some of our merchandise. We have a podcast running on SoundCloud and Apple Podcasts. And of course, if you like this video, do us a favour, hit the subscribe button and help the channel grow. Games, horror and heavy metal. What else is life for?